Let's go! Today we're talking about Walker Howard and Garrett Nussmeier, their performances in this past weekend scrimmage. And of course, we're really excited about Walker Howard. I really do think he is the future of LSU football at the quarterback position. Overall, Walker in and of himself was really, really good. And we once again want to show some love to our friends at Presley Collection and PresleyCollection.com for supporting all our spring practice footage breakdown. The real story here was this deep shot to Kyren Lacy. That was probably the highlight of the whole scrimmage here. But to me, this throw was actually relatively simple for Walker Howard. Throw to a scholarship wide receiver going up against a walk-on corner, and that is exactly what Walker Howard did. It didn't take away from how accurate of a throw that was in this footage via Go247. Well, it might have been a little early coming out of this. Line judge doesn't call it. He's got a better look than any of us. So it does look like he moved a little early before the snap, but who cares? But what really impressed me actually was Mike Denbrock. This was a few plays prior. And look, we're in pretty much the same scenario. Number 45, who was beat deep by Kyren Lacy, is in press man against Jack Rilling, a walk-on wide receiver. And Walker Howard sits back in the pocket and throws a deep shot, a lot like Kyren Lacy. And it looked like it was a missed throw right there from Walker Howard. But it's actually the opposite. I want you to listen really closely to the actual audio of this clip. As you just heard, and I actually believe that was Kayshon yelling out, "Press, you gotta go." But either way, it was an experienced receiver and coaches on the sideline saying, "Press, you gotta go." It could have been anyone. But certain offenses have different rules for press coverage, right? Let's go back to actually the biggest game, Bengals versus Rams. Joe Burrow, the final play of the game, it is press coverage, Jalen Ramsey versus Ja'Marr Chase. And a lot of you ask me this question, why is Ja'Marr Chase running a deep route on a 4th and 1 with the game on the line? Well, it's just how offenses work. A lot of offenses, when you have press coverage against your outside best receiver, which I guess in this case is walk-on Jack Rilling, you got to go, right? It's an automatic go route because we want to hit him on a deep route. You're going to press our guy. We want to make sure that we can burn them. And, you know, if Joe had a little more time, he would have hit Ja'Marr for the game-winning touchdown. But, you know, that's exactly what happens here. So Mike Denbrock says, look, you're going to press me with the walk-on DB. It looked like Rilling actually got a little bit of an early start. What I'm going to do in a few plays is remember that, actually put a scholarship wide receiver in Kyren Lacy in this same scenario and take advantage of it. So my biggest takeaway is, yes, Walker Howard throws a beautiful deep ball, but more importantly, Mike Denbrock saw that and adjusted to it. Now, this is something that I really like at the end of this play. Number one. Kayshon in the boot is still active, right? Sometimes a lot of star players aren't active. When they're hurt, they're not on the sideline coaching and helping out and being a part of the team. This is Kayshon obviously helping out. And even more importantly, yes, this is a walk-on, but this is Cortez Hankton coaching up Jack Rilling and saying, look, we want to take advantage of those opportunities such as that one. And the blocking has gotten better. If you watched our video from yesterday, you would know that one of LSU's best receivers had one of the best blocks you'll ever see in a practice. So here's the very next play here. Walker Howard, number 45, he sees R.J. Willis, the corner, playing off coverage here. So now we get back to the tiger detail shot of this next play. So R.J. Willis, the corner, is playing off. You can't really see him in this camera angle. So Walker Howard knows this. There's three corners. There's a corner right here playing off, a corner right here playing off. Safety creeps up to the line of scrimmage, and there's a single high safety. Where do we want to put this football? We want to put it right here in the flat. Very simple read by here from Walker Howard. This is actually his high school teammate, Carter Arsenault, from St. Thomas More, year 2 for him. He is also a walk-on wide receiver. He does something to help out Walker Howard here. He gets a little bit of a a rub, a little screen right here to the safety. Walker Howard makes a very clean and easy read. Of course, right here, you want this football on the upfield shoulder and throws this ball a little bit behind Evan Francione, but Evan does a good job catching this football and getting upfield for a nice, easy gain. So now, this is where the fun begins, right? Is Walker Howard actually a dual threat quarterback in the mold of, let's say, a Jayden Daniels? Well, no, he's not a Jayden Daniels level runner, but I also think he is better as a runner than people give him credit for. So what I first want to show you here is this run right here by Armani Goodwin, and this is actually some really good running. And yes, there are a lot of walk-ons, but mostly these guys in the middle right here are scholarship defenders. We have 2 scholarship DTs right here with Wingo and Langston, and we have Micah Baskerville and Wes Weeks as the running back, or as the linebackers here. And I want you to see this move right here by Armani Goodwin. He sees that Wes Weeks is firing through this hole, and Armani Goodwin redirects himself and does a good job getting really skinny. It's kind of hard to see from right here, but he got skinny and was able to ride Wes Weeks up the field here. Now, once again, they're not allowed to bring the running backs to the ground. So what we're going to do is not cut anything here. We're just going to show you this because this is all a part of play calling. You have one of the student assistants actually signaling in the plays with Matt O'Dowd right here. And what we're going to do here is, okay, we hit them with the handoff. Let's show them something similar. Now, you saw this yesterday with the Jayden Daniels film study, how much just rotating this running back to the other side makes these linebackers have to guess what actually is going to happen. And now you're forcing these linebackers to think, read, and react. And this time, it is straight zone read right here. Walker Howard is reading this backside defensive end. If he crashes down or sits too heavy right here, he is going to pull and go to the outside. If he sees this defensive end get too wide right here, you trust Armani going to get this ball and cut up. Now, as you see, this play is kind of getting blown up right here by the DT. That's good stuff right there. I think that's Bryce Langston. So right here, Walker Howard makes a really good pull read because they respected Armani Goodwin a little too much after that really good first down run. And let's see if Walker Howard can get the edge. He can. As you can see, Wes Weeks, who is a really fast linebacker, he is able to beat Wes Weeks to the outside. Now, of course, Wes couldn't hit him, but the thing is Wes wouldn't have been able to hit him because Walker was able to beat him to the punch. Boom! So I'm looking at you. Yes, you right now, okay? Now, before you write off Garrett Nussmeier, I want to show you a few plays from the 11-on-11 that he had. And really, Debut Sports was the only one I could find that had some Garrett Nussmeier footage, and we pick it up here at the beginning of the footage, and it looks like it is slide protection to the right, and we are allowing an unblocked blitzer in Greg Brooks to come straight at Garrett Nussmeier. So a few things here. First thing is Will Campbell's absolutely demolishing Gaye right here. But the thing that is really impressive is that this protection's really good. Allow the unblocked blitzer to come, and as you can see, Garrett Nussmeier doesn't even have any time to put his hands on the laces, and he throws an absolute duck of a throw. But I want you to see this. It's kind of hard to see because the footage gets cut off here, and it gets a little wobbly. This ball was actually complete to Cole Taylor. It looks like in the flat. And Cole is running after the catch. Once again, they're not bringing the ball down, and Matthew Langlois tried to strip it out of there. This next play is really, really high-level quarterbacking. And what Garrett Nussmeier sees is the jack linebacker, which is Xavier Carter, who is normally on the opposite side of the line of scrimmage. It's now on this side of the line of scrimmage, okay? And Mike Jones is showing an A-gap pressure look, and we have a center covered by this defensive tackle who's in the other A-gap. Very exotic stuff for a quarterback to read. But what does Garrett Nussmeier do? Well, he trusts his pass protection here to get the mother effing job done. And what do? Well, they get the job done. And I'm going to show you another angle of this play in just a second. But first thing I want to show you is the snap here is not good. okay, from Charles Turner. It's a little wobbly, and it's not coming as hot as you would like it. You want snaps to be consistent, and as you can see, Garrett kind of had to wait for it, and it was high, okay? Let's bring it back here. All right, so we get the snap, and it's really exotic. We're slide protectioning to the left, so your job is to pick up your left side gap if you're an offensive lineman, and John Emery is picking up a blitzer. And I'm going to show you this from the opposite angle here. And John Emery, we've done a deep dive on this. His pass protection could be very shaky. But what does John Emery do? He dominates Joe Foucha, who is a really good blitzer. And we're going to do some film studies to show you that in the upcoming weeks. So, look, we got great pass protection. We've got an absolutely unbelievable pocket. Xavier Carter backed out. So now this gives Garrett Nussmeier time to read this play. So he's trying to throw in the direction of the blitz. It looks as if nothing's open. So he doesn't throw it. So what does he do? He works backside to Jack Rilling, who runs an absolutely nasty route. Yes, the same Jack Rilling that we were jumping on earlier for not running the proper go. That is a sick head fake right here by Jack Rilling. Really good route running from the young man from Madison, Wisconsin. And he is flipping what looks to be Mekhi Garner, who might be our number one corner. And Nussmeier sees Jack Rilling running open, and look at where he places this football. Okay? Right where Rilling could catch it. Now, Jack Rilling is not the tallest target. This ball is a little bit high. Kayshon's making this catch. I mean, every scholarship receiver is making this catch. It went straight through his hands. But let's take a look at another angle. Okay, let's go. So before we get to this breakdown, this is the only other angle of Nuss snaps I found from Tiger Details. I want to say thanks to our friends once again at Prezi Collection and PreziCollection.com. Learn more about their diamond price match guarantee. So we pick it up here, and this snap, once again, you can see it from this angle, kind of knocks Nuss off rhythm, and it knocks your footwork and everything off rhythm. The first thing I want to focus on, and once again, if you stay till the end of the video, you always pick up little nuggets. The star of our video yesterday was Will Campbell, and he's a star again. Once again, dominating Gaye. Ollie is really high on this pass rush rep, and he's trying to swim over the top. He's getting nowhere. He tries to spin to the inside, and I don't know what that is. Only thing here from Will Campbell is there are going to be better rushers that will be able to spin to the outside if you do overstep right here, and they can get the sack. So once again, you want to be mindful of that. You want to keep riding the guy upfield if you can, but still excellent pass protection overall. And then we work to the backside of this play. Once again, you can't really see it. John Emery going up against Joe Foucha. What really makes this crazy was, well, it was Garrett Nussmeier who made Joe Foucha miss on his best play of his career, the deep touchdown pass to Jack Besh. Foucha was able to beat Cam Wire off the edge, and Garrett made some real magic happen. So, other than that, give the middle of this LSU offensive line a lot of credit, okay? So Mason gets some late push here, but this is still really good stuff right here by Myles Frazier, Charles Turner, and Cam Wire right here on the right side. That's excellent stuff. So I know that there's this narrative out there that the defensive line has been dominating the offensive line. That is not the case from what I saw from the 11-on-11 scrimmage. And once again, they can't hit the quarterbacks, but still, you can't ask for anything better than this. And the second thing here is Malik was actually open underneath here, but I like that Garrett does a good job, and you can see he could have thrown this underneath to Malik, but I like the fact that Garrett really drives the football down the field. If this is Jack Besh, or Kayshon, they're probably making that catch. Is it an overthrow? Yes. Should it have been a better throw? Yes, but that still is just some really good stuff. Some good field processing right there from Garrett Nussmeier. But even, hope you guys enjoyed this video today. Once again, comment down below. Walker Howard, Garrett Nussmeier, who do you think is winning this QB3 battle? And it could be that these guys, move up the depth chart. I would like to see more Nuss 11 on 11 and Walker Howard 11 on 11. And then obviously we'll see it in the spring game. And we still got some more Myles and Garrett film that I want to break down as well. So in just a second, you will see some videos floating in your face. It is Power Hour LSU Boom. And tonight, it's brisket again tonight. Let's go.